We wouldn't have won if Maguire wasn't there. We would have. We would have definitely won. But Maguire was there and we lost. Maguire plays games and we lose. This is what happens with fucking Jacob. His name is not even Harry Maguire. His name is Jacob Maguire. I don't know why he changes his name to Harry. He's rubbish. He's rubbish at everything. Everything he does is rubbish. Everything he does is rubbish. He's slow. He can't pass. He holds onto the ball so long. He has no positional sense. He in the box market no one. He doesn't win headers. He's 6'4". He cannot fucking jump. He is the quintessential description of white man can't jump. He cannot leap more than 6 inches off the ground. He can't jump. He can't jump. It's embarrassing. He's an embarrassment to Manchester United. He's an embarrassment to the captaincy. He's an embarrassment. He's embarrassed us continuously with his continuous poor performances. Poor. All of the performances have been poor from the get-go till now. It's been poor. Everything he's done is poor. He's never had a world-class game. He's only had very, very pissed off about this performance. I woke up thinking about it, and so I'm posting this video about Maguire, and it's really him. I know it's Ten Hag, but Ten Hag and him, because Ten Hag picked this guy. This guy should not be captain. He should not be captain. You can see none of the players actually respect this guy at all. You can see they don't. They just don't want to be near him. They don't want to be around him. You can see it's so obvious. So why is Ten Hag continually playing this guy? I know, like, and he's third choice. Like, he gets games over Lindelof. It has to be said that Ten Hag is making this guy ruins Man United's chances. You know, we was 2-0 ahead in the first leg. Yeah, Maguire came on and we've lost 5-2. This is massive. This is massive. Like, this is massive regression with one change. It's one single change that has ruined the game. He defends so deep that we don't actually... and Ten Hag's not shouting at him. Tell him. Like, Ten Hag's not telling him nothing. I don't get what this Maguire obsession really is. I don't understand it. I don't know why it continues to keep happening. He's an average. He's below average. He's not even a Premier League standard for me. I'm honest. Like, I've seen Premier League defenders. They're all better than him. I would take any Premier League player over him. He makes continuous mistakes. And this thing is, it's been for years. And everyone's onto Sancho's arse. Yeah, okay, fine. But no one's on Maguire's arse. No one's saying get rid of Maguire like the way they're saying get rid of Sancho. Like, Maguire needs to go. He needs to be the first person out the door. He needs to be stripped of the captaincy. I don't understand why Ten Hag has not made these decisions. I don't get Ten Hag's man management. I don't get the utilisation of McTominey and Maguire, because when they play 90% of the time, they play poorly. I don't understand. Like, I don't get Ten Hag if he's going to play these guys. I didn't understand why Rangnick played these guys. I understand Oli played these guys. He bought Maguire and he loves Scotty. But I didn't understand Rangnick and Maguire's play. I think these guys are obsessed with height, personally. I think Ten Hag and Rangnick were obsessed with height. That's why Weghorst is in the team. Weghorst plays games because he's obsessed with his height. But he's rubbish. He's another rubbish player. Another player who does nothing in the game. Another player who doesn't bring anything to the team. Like, why would you ever see Pep play Weghorst? Would Pep ever play Maguire? Would Pep ever play these guys? No. Pep would not play these guys. Pep would not buy Weghorst. Pep would not do it. Klopp wouldn't do it. Arteta wouldn't do it. This is what I'm saying. Ancelotti wouldn't do it. These top managers don't do things like what Ten Hag is doing, in my opinion. And I'm hoping that he improves, but he has to improve, because we need to win the league. And we've invested in his philosophy, which, to be honest, I'm not sure his style of play anymore. I don't know what he's trying to do anymore. Honestly, I don't. I don't get his philosophy at all. I don't know if I think he's just very stubborn. Don't get his philosophy. If your philosophy is like ball playing, and why are you playing Maguire? Why are you playing De Gea? Why are you playing bassaka? Why? Play a youth team. Like, I don't understand. I don't get Ten Hag. Honestly. We've got right backs in the youth, left backs in the youth that are good. I know them. Guardado and Fernandes. I think his name's Fernandes. The left back. I think he's on loan, but he's good. He's a ball playing player. Like, Ten Hag just I don't know. He just frustrates me playing Maguire, Weghorst, and McTominey, and taking off Bruno, making mistakes in the substitutions. It was just a mess. He fucked that game for us. I'm sorry. He just has, and he hasn't really. I don't know if he's like as good as these top managers. I don't know. Like, I think he can coach, but I don't know if he can lead. I don't know if he can sign the right players and build a team. I've seen him do it with Ajax, but it's just youth team players. So it's not the same thing. I'm not sure. But that whole thing is on Maguire. Harry Maguire, he needs to go. He needs to get out of the club. He needs to go. He's just rubbish. And he's been rubbish for years. He's not produced anything. Every time he plays, our defence looks shaky. The defence was so shaky when he was in the team. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable how crap that defence is when Maguire's there. And Sevilla are not a good team. They're not a good team at all. And Maguire makes them look good. As soon as Maguire came in, we conceded 5 goals. This is Maguire. This is the Maguire effect. It should be named. This Maguire thing should be named. It should be a name of like someone who could just cause chaos or instantly. The Maguire effect. He comes in and everything is a mess. He's just like the players. You see how the players, they hate him. They do not like him. And the players cannot play 100% when they know Maguire's in the team because they are expecting him to cause a catastrophe. And he does most games. Even last against Nottingham Forest, he made a handball. It should have been a penalty to Nottingham Forest. He handballed it. He does something every game. He does a mistake every single game. Every single game, he does a mistake. There is no doubt about it. Every single game, he makes an error. And he still plays. And Ten Hag still playing him. I don't blame Maguire. I blame the manager for keep selecting him. And people might say, well, who would you select? I would not have Maguire in the squad. I would make it clear, like he did with Ronaldo, that you're not part of my team. He did it with Ronaldo. He showed balls, but then he hasn't showed any more balls, Ten Hag. He's done nothing since Ronaldo in terms of showing balls. And I think like our team was like very, very good in January and February because of the Ronaldo factor that he wasn't there. But now that is worn off. We're back to playing inconsistent and losing and drawing and losing and winning and drawing. And, I just think Ten Hag is... I think Ten Hag's... It's a bit of a mess right now. Our style of play, everything is a bit messy. Everything is messy at this moment in time. Nothing is clean. Like, people want to talk about Nottingham Forest. It's Nottingham fucking Forest. That's why we won the game, because they're shit. Like, we played so well because Forest are shit. We need to do that against top teams, and we don't. We only play well a counter-attacking style against top teams. It's really simple. And Ten Hag can't improve us. Eriksen, I'm sorry, he's not the answer. He's decent. He's a bench player. For me, he's a bench player. We need to buy a midfielder that is of the top level, and we need to buy a CDM to replace Casemiro soon. Like, an upcoming CDM who has qualities and a ball playing CDM more so. I feel like we need a ball playing CDM because I feel like Casemiro can pass sometimes, but sometimes he doesn't. And yesterday, Casemiro was also poor. Defensively, he wasn't getting back. He wasn't covering the space. I don't know what happened. I just think he wanted to be away from Maguire. I just don't think when Maguire plays, there's no one is inspired in the team. And as a manager, you have to be aware of these types of things. You have to look at the common denominator. And Ten Hag is not looking at it. He's just ignoring it. I think Ten Hag sometimes blocks things out. He blocks out our away record. He blocks out the fact that we get battered. And he said the same thing Ollie says. He says, oh, we've recovered many times before from defeats. Why are we recovering many times from defeats? Like, why are we getting battered every single time away from home against top teams? Why? Why is this not being addressed? Why are your tactics need to be scrutinized? You need to change your style of play. It's not working. He needs to be more compact away from home, at least, and stop trying to play the same style. He's very stubborn. Very stubborn. Yeah, if he thinks that De Jong is going to be the answer, if you're going to chase De Jong again all summer, I don't want Ten Hag here. I'm sorry. If he starts chasing De Jong again, I don't want Ten Hag here. It's embarrassing. The guy doesn't want to leave Barcelona. Why would he want to leave Barcelona to come to Man United? They've just won the league. It's Barcelona. They're a big club. We might not even be in Champions League. Like, we might not. Like, honestly, this it could be collapse. We could be collapsing from here on. It could be a collapse. Ten Hag says we'll bounce back, but Brighton in the FA Cup is not a game that you can just bounce back from. Then we have Tottenham away from home, and then we have Aston Villa, who are the form team along with Man City in the Premier League. It's not looking good for the next three games. Like, if we win 2 out of 3 games, I will be surprised, because I can't see us winning all 3 games. I'm sorry. I can't see winning us 2 games. I think there's a win in there somewhere. Don't ask me where. But right now, I mean, Martial's injured. I mean, the thing is with Sancho, what you've done there is you've taken him off when you shouldn't have. You decided to take him off, and then now you're going to need him again. You dickhead. Because now Martial's injured. Like, it's just, like, it's poor man management. I think Ten Hag's weakness is his man management skills. I think Ten Hag's weakness is his leadership skills. I don't think he's a natural leader. I don't. I think he can be a good coach. I think he understands football. I think he is very good at, I don't know what he's very good at. I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really that sure what he's very good at. I think, I don't know. I just think he's a good coach. That's about it. That's not enough for me. Like, Mourinho won us the Europa because he's a winner. That's what Mourinho does. Mourinho is a winner. We know that. We know Mourinho is about winning. That's what he does. Pep is about winning, but also the style of play. You can see with Klopp done. Klopp is not really about winning. He's about football. Klopp is a pure football man. But if he wins, he wins. But he's all about the ball. He's all about how we do this ball thing. But he's not like a certified winner, but he wins trophies regardless. Like, it's... I don't know what Ten Hag is really about. I don't see ball. I don't see Ten Hag ball, really. Only against shit teams, which I can't respect that. I don't really see Ten Hag. Like, before he made bare substitutions to change the game, but why do you always have to make substitutions to change the game? That means your team selection is poor from the get-go most of the time. Like, that's what it says. It says your team selections aren't doing it. That's what it says. It says you're not doing your job in the first place. So you have to change it up. You have to keep recovering. And you can't do that forever. So he's not really that guy in terms of team selection, in terms of motivation, because the players come out poorly most of the time. I don't think he's a great motivator. I I don't think he's a. I think he's a good. I think he is a good coach, but I don't think he's a good man manager. And I think you need to be both in this day and age. I think you can't be just a good coach. You have to be a good man manager, and you have to be able to motivate your players. And I don't think he's motivating the players that well. I mean, this is a chance to go through to the semi-finals of the Europa League, and you just lose 3-0 to Sevilla like that. I mean, it's just embarrassing. I think Ten Hag has to be blamed. I know there's a lot of Man United fans who are Ten Hag fans, but he has to be blamed. He has to hold the blame because he's the manager. He made the decisions. He is the manager. And you can talk about injuries and this and that and the other. But you have Martinez and Varane got injured. You make the mistake of bringing on Maguire. It's just a mistake. And then Martinez gets injured. Obviously, Lindelof has to come in. Luke Shaw's not fit, but he plays the second half. He should have. I don't know, man. I just don't think Maguire should have been the captain from day one. I think he should have came in and made it obvious that he's not my captain. He's not starting. He's not the main guy. But for some reason, you held on to it. And now it's bite you in the arse because you've had to play him. And he's lost us points. He's knocked us out of the fucking Europa League playing Maguire. That's the reason why we lost. It's because of Maguire. Like, no one can tell me we didn't win. We would have won if Maguire was there. We wouldn't have won if Maguire wasn't there. We would have. We would have definitely won. But Maguire was there and we lost. Maguire plays games and we lose. This is what happens with fucking Jacob. His name is not even Harry Maguire. His name is Jacob Maguire. I don't know why he changes his name to Harry. He's rubbish. He's rubbish at everything. Everything he does is rubbish. Everything he does is rubbish. He's slow. He can't pass. He holds onto the ball so long. He has no positional sense. He in the box marking no one. He doesn't win headers. He's 6'4". He cannot fucking jump. He is the quintessential description of white man can't jump. He cannot leap more than 6 inches off the ground. He can't jump. He can't jump. It's embarrassing. He's an embarrassment to Manchester United. He's an embarrassment to the captaincy. He's an embarrassment. He's embarrassed us continuously with his continuous poor performances. Poor. All of the performances have been poor from the get-go till now. It's been poor. Everything he's done is poor. He's never had a world-class game. He's only had average games. I'm talking about 6 out of 10. Max, he's never had a 7. Never had a 7 out of 10. 6 max because he has no ability. And why is a guy playing in the team who has not got ability? I don't understand. I blame Ten Hag. I blame Rangnick. I blame Oli. Continuously playing shit players. Because Maguire, what he does, I'll tell you what he does. He kisses ass. He kisses ass. Kisses ass to get in the game, to get in the team. Kisses ass. You see the way he's looking at the manager when the manager's talking. He's looking like, I'm listening to every word you say, Ten Hag, because I want to play. He kisses ass to get in the team. That's why he plays games. Because he is a professional ass kisser. And these managers are getting finessed, are getting ginnelsed by Maguire. It's a joke. Sabitzer, I don't want you here. You're not good enough, man. You come here and you're just playing like a fucking... I don't even know what Sabitzer was... He was playing so poor like that. Sabitzer and Maguire were levels in the game. Believe me. They were levels in that game. But obviously Maguire cost us the game, but Sabitzer played as shit as Maguire. And Maguire did play a little bit better in the second half. But it's already too late, bruv. Like, you already fucked it. And now you're trying to play good. You're trying to win possession high up the pitch and blah, blah, blah. Why? Because you're not fucking pissing yourself and shitting yourself because you know you've already lost, you pussy. Honestly, I'm sick of it. It gets to me. It gets to me. It absolutely gets to me because he's a little... I just can't stand him. I know him in and out. I watch him. And this is why Fergie is the best. I've been talking for so long. 18 minutes. I never normally talk for 18 minutes. But this is why Fergie is the best. Because Fergie would see through the bullshit immediately. Immediately. Pep will see through the bullshit. Yeah? Pep can see through bullshit. I know this. See Pep? He can see through bullshit. He knows when someone's finessing. Mourinho knows when someone's finessing. Because they're not dickheads. Because they're real leaders. They're not bitches. They understand the game. They know the mental game. They know the psychological game. They understand it. They know it. They can see it. They can see everything. You understand? They're not dumb. I want managers who are not dumb like this. Like, Ten Hag may have talents, but he cannot see that Maguire's crap. So therefore, there's something wrong with you. You're getting finessed by Maguire because he's kissing your ass all the time. So you feel like you're obligated to play him. It's a finesse. Finesse! It's a finesse. I'm sick of Maguire. I'm sick of most of these teams. Rashford comes on and does what Rashford does. Anthony, people said he played well. I don't know what playing well means to these Man United fans anymore. Does it just mean tackling and running? Because you get paid 80 million for actual quality, right? For actually producing quality moments. That's why you get paid. That's why Sancho is not producing, because he doesn't produce quality moments. Like, that's why. We need to get this Qatar money and really splash hard. I'm talking about definitive splashing. I'm not talking about Chelsea splashing. I'm talking about actually calculating a plan to say, okay, where are the weak points? And accepting them. Accepting that we need another centre-back because Varane can't handle it. Accepting that we need a right-back because our right-backs are inconsistent. Accepting that we need another CDM because we've only got one and Casemiro is a 31 and we can't play two 31-year-olds in the midfield of Eriksen and Casemiro. Accepting that we need two midfielders. Accepting it. Accepting that our wingers are overrated because they don't score. How many goals has Sancho got? How many goals has Anthony got? How many goals has anyone got? It's only Rashford who's got goals and Bruno who's got goals. And Bruno just 10 goals in all competitions. And then Rashford. That's it. We do not score goals because our attacking, like people talk about this defense all too much. Like for me, if you don't fucking score, you don't win games. And we are not a goal threat enough in the game. We need not just a striker, we need another winger. We need somebody who is about that life. We need someone who's about that life. And we need to be raw. Ten Hag, you need to be raw. You need to stop kissing the players' arse. Like, I know like he's a manager and he doesn't want to lose their morale for the rest of the season. I get that. Like, he's not throwing them under the bus. I understand that. But I hope that you know that they're shit. Because I don't know if you do, because you think Weghorst is good. So I don't know what you think. Because your actions speak to me that you don't think Weghorst is shit. That's mad. He's shit. He's actually a very, very shit player. And I think the only reason he's out of the team is because everyone's saying he's shit. I don't think it's because you think he's shit. I think you actually still think he's good because you signed him and you're a stubborn guy. You signed Anthony, 80 million. You want to sign De Jong. He doesn't want to come. You signed Malacia. I don't think Malacia is good. You signed Martinez. Okay, the only decent signing you made, and it's obvious that he's that. He's obvious that he's that guy. Arsenal wanted him. Like, you signed. Who else have you signed? Sabitzer. Like, I know we needed a number. I don't really look at Sabitzer signing as like a proper signing. It was just like we had no one else. But he's rubbish. he's just rubbish. No wonder he didn't play for Bayern Munich. He's not good enough. Technically, he's not good enough. I don't need to watch a player more than 3 times to know if he's technically good enough. He's not technically good enough. He doesn't have a great touch. He doesn't have amazing vision. And I think it's too much pressure for him. Being on loan and stuff, I don't think he can handle it. Anyway, what can we do? What can we do? I guarantee Brighton's going to beat us in the FA Cup. I guarantee it. Damn guarantee it. Damn. I guarantee we're going to beat Tottenham. And then Villa will beat us. That's what I think. I think we're going to be out of the FA Cup. We're going to beat Tottenham because they're shit. And they are shit. That is another shit team. They are like us, but we're just a little bit less shitter than they are. But they are shit. And Aston Villa, I'm taking Emery. I'm taking Emery. I think Emery is a top manager. I just think. I don't know. I think he's a top manager. Like, he's a top manager. He is a top manager. There is no doubt about it. He wins fucking trophies, bruv. He wins trophies. He wins European trophies. He's won leagues. He beats big clubs. He's a top manager. He's a top manager. Like, I don't know what happened at Arsenal. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened.